You find yourself alone on a wagon, surrounded by darkness, the miasma of despair. Ahead, a lone lantern, and a sign, a crossroads between guilt, loathing, failure, regret, and disgrace. All you know is the only path is forward. It's time to roll initiative. How's it going, everyone? My name's Loki Oren, and today is going to be the start of what I hope to be a long-term project on this channel. So the basic goal of the project is I want to play through Darkest Dungeon and beat the Denial boss with every single named combination of the Darkest Dungeon characters. So to get us started off on the right foot, we're going to go with what is currently one of my favorite combinations for a combination of just being hard-hitting, very durable, and overall just a very stable roster. We're going to start off with Laughter is the best medicine. So Leper, Highwayman, Plague Doctor, and Jester. The best medicine. Just a quick breakdown of our characters here. So already we've got a little bit of a dubious start to the run. The Leper has maybe one ranged attack. I can't remember if Intimidation... Is Intimidation ranged? Intimidate is not ranged, so this is useless. And Cowardice is not fun. On the other hand, lower crit on Dismas, our Highwayman, but improved critical chance against Cosmic, which is some of the most dangerous enemies. Oh, good. Our Jester at least has a sunny disposition. Fear of Pillagers, that's fine. And Martyr from our Plague Doctor, that's nice. And She Won't Drink, which is probably for the best. So as you can see, I've already unlocked a fair amount of the game. I'm at Hope level 37, and all four of these characters, I have all of their skills unlocked. However, just talking about this setup, initially, this formation is very good just baseline kit. You have great stress heal in the form of the Jester and his inspiring tune. You can update Ounce of Prevention, or upgrade Ounce of Prevention on the Plague Doctor for AoE. And the Leper, with his Solemnity and Reflection, is just Sigma Male grind set, doesn't need help from anybody. And all of their baseline kits, the initial 5 skills, are incredibly strong. Though, in the case of the Jester, obviously we want to pick up Encore. In the case of the Plague Doctor, Incision and Ounce of Prevention. Incision's not very good because we're not going to have her in the front line. And Ounce of Prevention's not very good until it's upgraded. So we obviously want Magnesium Rain and Plague Grenade. But especially the Highwayman, his base 5 skills are basically his best skills. There's situations where Point Blank Shot can be good. Double Cross has some appeal. But Open Vein is just a worse Wicked Slice for the most part. So ultimately, we're just going to stick with his base 5. And the Leper, Ruin is very good in the endgame for certain bosses. But right now, he doesn't really need anything else. So let's go ahead and just get dived in here. So, rather than talking about the intense and thrilling gameplay of the Valley, which is the same every time, I want to again focus a little bit more on the formation itself. So, like I said, this is a very powerful formation that is especially strong once you have all the skills unlocked, but even baseline is quite powerful. If you're having trouble advancing, if you're trying to figure out how to beat Denial in the new patch, which, by the way, we're playing on the experimental branch, patch 11.30. This is a formation I'd give a try because I think you'll have some success. The Academics catch, we got the good old Poggers Pig. Well, with a couple of speed trinkets is nice, and the Infernal Flame. So this is not going to be an Infernal run. We're not going to take the light level to 0 and leave it there, so we'll just delete that. And we'll make our Leper a little bit faster, because he might actually outspeed something, and we'll put our Jester up at top speed. And we'll keep going. So, powerful formation. The first reason, the main reason, is right now this is very much a game about stress healing and relationships, and this formation has amazing stress heal. The Plague Doctor's AoE stress heal, 1 ounce of prevention, is upgraded, is great. The Jester for spike stress heals will be upgrading Inspiring Tune first because it's just nuts. And then the Leper, as I said before, doesn't really need support. He can do it on his own. So we got the typical 3 bars. So we'll put it on our Highwayman. Thank you, peasants. And then finally, one of the big changes in the 11.30 experimental patch, which I'm almost 100% is going to make it into the main branch of the game, is crits now have a 50% chance of reducing stress. And Dismas, our Highwayman, is basically a crit machine. So I think you can safely assume that he's going to be healing stress every battle just on virtue of critting stuff. On top of that stress healing, you have the Plague Doctor for general healing is taking off dots off the front, and the Leper, again, just doesn't need help with his Solemnity heal. Then finally, there's great DPS output out of here. The Plague Doctor is that ever good source of blight and burn, which we'll see here. As unfortunately we got outspeeded by the Widow, which is a little bit cheating. That seems like that was cheating. Well, okay. But we'll set up our Highwayman to hopefully take a couple of hits here with the free riposte. And we'll actually, what the heck, we'll encore him and let him go again. Because, boom, crit city. And that will actually let our Plague Doctor finish one of them off, or potentially get even more damage on there, but sadly not what we got there. But anyway, with the Highwaymen with huge crit chance, the Leper who just hits hard in general, and then the Jester with good DPS output and bleeds, and then the Plague Doctor with blight. This is just a very strong damage team. So Baldwin's been taking all of our stress, so we're actually just going to take the opportunity. Remember, we have the roast pig, so we don't really need to worry about health. But man, we're having a bit of bad luck up front here. So that's almost enough to put her down. But we can just count on our Jester to finish the job. That takes her out of the fight. Oh, this is the rare round 3 of this fight. Just a couple of bad stuns early on. That's what I get for talking about how great the damage output is here. There we go. Another crit. No stress heal because only our Leper is stressed, but now stress to 0. Everybody's dead. Everyone's at basically full health. You know, easiest fight you're ever going to have, but there you go. So as we make our way to the inn, let me see if I forgot anything. No, I think that's it. That's the formation in a nutshell. Just a very good formation. You do have to have the full squad unlocked, so you need the Jester and the Leper unlocked. But when you're learning the game, you probably should play with all the characters. And by the time you get to the point where you have all these characters and you're looking to advance, this is a good one to do it in. So before we sign off for this initial thing, there's no reason not to spend the pig. So we'll do a quick relationships check. So, all right, Dismas and Baldwin. So this is all right. So it's our Jester, our Leper, and our Highwayman are all close. Everyone's got a positive relationship, and we'll just check the provisioner real quick. I mean, okay. The game's just gonna feed me. I'm not gonna say no. Do we need any of this else? Improves affinity slightly. We're gonna take that. We don't need the stress heal, but I think we might be able to cheese out a relationship right off the cuff here. Alrighty, who's close here? Alright, so improves relationship slightly. Dang, we're 1 point off. We don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. No trinkets, combat items. We'll put the milk-soaked linen on him, let him cure his own blind. We don't really care about that. We'll put that there. And as I said, for Mastery Trainer, we're going to lead off with just buffing Inspiring Tune. This is the increasing it from 2 stress heal to 3 stress heal and removing horror. There's just no better upgrade early on. If we go through the rest of the skills that we're using, and I guess we can look at it here for a slightly better. There's no real sense in upgrading Chop yet because we don't have a source of combo. Purge, there's not a ton of reason to upgrade, period. Withstand is good, but again, it's not on its own going to carry us. Solemnity and Reflection are great on their own. The Plague Doctor is basically just increase the damage beyond the one exception of Ounce of Prevention becoming a stress healer. That is a tempting option, but with the Jester, we shouldn't need it. Jester, as we said, was that, but alternatives would have been Razor's Wit or Fade to Black for combo point generation. But again, if we don't have any skills that take advantage of combo, who cares if we generate combo? And then finally, the Highwayman, same story. Lots of skills that we will want to upgrade, like Take Aim is very good, as is Wicked Slice, but not that we want to upgrade as our first one. So we'll just huck things onto our Wainwright and select our next route. Okay, so our choice is Yow, 3 mastery points, or a trinket that lets us blind on hit. Whew, that's tough. That is tough. This is a burden right here. The Sparkle Ball that's really nice to have. Just ready generated blind. 3 mastery points. We'll have other chances to get mastery points. We may never see the Sparkle Ball again, so we're going to hit the Tangle and go from there.